Okay, so it just said recording in progress. So the first thing that I want you guys to know is that we are recording. If you do not want to be on the video when I send it out as a replay to the ladies who couldn't make it today, then make sure you do not say anything and you won't be on camera. If you're okay with being on camera, then we would love for you to share when it's time to do our introductions. We like to hear from you, where you are. And this time we're actually going to be talking about any friendship goals that you have this year. Because as you know, or should know, Friendship Mixers is all about promoting healthy female friendships and providing opportunities for you to make new friends. So we will have an opportunity today for you to actually meet someone here when we do our one-on-one breakout rooms. That's the time where you and one other lady here will be able to spend about 5 minutes just getting to know one another to see if there are any things in common, any connections. Well, that'll be later. We actually have a guest speaker today. Woohoo! But before we bring her in to share on a new year, new you, I have a few announcements that I would like to share with you all. And we always begin with more about our organization. So I have a short video that I did so that I wouldn't just be repeating myself each time. So I'll play this little 1-minute video for you to learn more about our organization, and then a few announcements before we get into hearing from you guys. Hello, ladies. I'm Kiki Strickland, the founder of Friendship Mixers. Thank you so much for attending this event. I wanted to just share a few quick things with you while you're here. We are a women's organization that promotes healthy female friendships, and we are very multicultural. We're in several cities, including these: New York City, Charlotte, Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Maryland, Northern Virginia, Atlanta, Philadelphia, and Boston, soon to be in the following cities: Miami and Fort Lauderdale, Raleigh, Durham, Houston and Dallas, Chicago. We will eventually be on the West Coast, and also London and South Africa. We have several tribes, including these here that you can see. We're looking for leaders of some of these tribes. Please check out our website at friendshipmixers.com to get more involved with us. We would like for you to become a member if you like our group, if you feel comfortable here, and if you feel like we're a fit for you, then please consider becoming an official member and joining us on our private members only platform. So looking forward to having you join us and enjoy the rest of the event. All right, so that is a little bit about us. And for our announcements, welcome to the ladies who just joined us. I see a lot more of you have joined us, a lot more faces now. I do want to show you on our private platform, this is where our announcements are. Hold on, let me exit out of this one so that I can show you what we have coming up. All right, I'm going to share my screen again. This is our private platform where we all communicate. Now you have to become an official member with us to actually join us here, but I wanted for our announcements to show you what's coming up. This today is our mixer, which is usually the first Saturday of each month. But of course, New Year's Day was last week. We are continuing with our workouts every weekday at noon, except for Fridays. We have some type of exercise. And I want to give a shout out to Susan and Curlay, who have been keeping that going so well. Noon to 12:30 Eastern Standard Time, because I know some of you are from Chicago. So that will be 11 to 11:30 your time. We work out, get moving, just to keep in good health, which is probably some resolutions that some of you may have. For those of you who are entrepreneurs, every other Monday, we now have a Motivation Monday. And this is something that Trina Newby of Women About Biz does. She has a podcast. So we tune in to listen to her podcast on every other Monday. We also have an event on MLK Day. It's actually a museum who is putting on a virtual event, and we will attend that. I think it's just an hour. Our finance club is still doing the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and they will be meeting they met last night, and they will meet again on the 21st at 6:30. Latasha from our Charlotte chapter is over that. She's doing a fabulous job. Our Natural Hair Care Tribe will be meeting on Saturday, January 22nd at 7. Danny's tribe. Danny, are you on? If so, I'll have you talk a little bit about that.
I am here.
There you are. Okay. We want to see your face when you talk about it. So hold on.
Okay.
Hold that thought. I was just mentioning our happy hour chat on healthy eating, because I know that at the beginning of the year, as we're setting our resolutions, eating better, eating healthy is one of those. So we'll talk about that. Just come and share what you're doing. And then I also wanted to bring up divorce care, because that will be beginning again at the end of January. It's January 29th. For all of these other events, you have to become a member to join our platform and to see those. But divorce care is actually a small group at my church. So you do not have to be a member to join that. You just have to go to divorcecare.org and sign up there, and send me a private message if you would like more information about that. And then the last thing is our book lovers club finally has a leader. Yay, Leah. So she has set that meeting for the last Sunday in January. And we are not reading one book. We're just going to come to that meeting and talk about what you are reading. So everybody's reading something different, and that's fine. We just want to hear, how's it going? What's it about? Do you recommend it? So bring all your favorite picks from last year as well to that meeting. All right, I'm going to stop sharing. And membership is open. My last announcement is membership is open, and I'm going to put in the chat our website. It's friendshipmixers.com. If you want to find out more about becoming an official member. My email address is hello@friendshipmixers.com. If you have any questions about the video that I showed or anything that I talked about. All right, we only have an hour, so let's get to the introductions. I'll start, and then Danny is going to take over and tell us a little bit about her Natural Hair Care Tribes meeting that's coming up. But for the introduction, what we'd like for you to share is where you are living, where you're originally from, what kind of work you do or your career field. And for this particular session, we want to hear if you have any friendship goals for 2022. So I'll start. I am currently in Baltimore, Maryland, because I work at a university in the Baltimore area in fundraising, but I'm originally from California. So that's why I still don't like this weather. Ugh. I am ready for spring already, even though I know we just started with the snow. And I do have a goal for this year, because I haven't had a best friend in a long while. And I think this is finally the year that I would finally like to identify who my BFF is going to be, and to really make sure that I do what's necessary to keep that strong friendship going with whoever she is. Danny, take it away.
Everybody, my name is Danny, and I am the tribe leader for the Natural Hair Tribe. I don't know what else I wanted to call it in that moment, but I am from Philadelphia, and as she stated, we do have an upcoming meeting on January 22nd. We, for those who have been to the meetings before, we solicited the help of a cosmetologist professional to answer our questions. We have so many questions that I am not licensed to answer. So I'm bringing on an expert again for a Q&A. So you bring your questions, all the questions you have, maybe hair loss or growing hair or how to deal with dry hair, all those questions that we have, you bring them to this meeting, and we will have Missy Marcel available. And she's in the Philadelphia area, so it's going to be even more of a plus for those that are in the Philadelphia area to find someone in our area that they can come to and maybe even connect with for hair services moving forward. So that is what's happening on the 22nd. And my goal this year is just to make, I don't know if it's a friendship goal as much as, well, friends in a way, but accountability partners. That's what I'm more about right now at this moment. We can be friends, but don't be too much my friend that you're not holding me accountable for some things, because I have some goals and things that true friends will be good accountability partners. So I'll continue to have some of those friendships, and just I'm in for developing any more that come my way that way. So that is I. And we have some of our leaders that I see. So as I see you, I'm going to point you out. I see Joy. And who else did I see? I saw somebody. Elizabeth. I saw somebody else. You guys.
Yes, there's Curley, there's Joy.
There's Curley. There's
Curley. And Susan has actually been very key and instrumental to our workouts. So even though she's not officially considered a leader yet, she definitely leads that. So we thank her. I want to thank all of you leaders. You've been so awesome this past year. And I just think you rock and you're amazing. Joy, Curley, Susan, Danny, Latasha, who I don't see. You're doing an amazing job, and please keep up the great work.
Yes, thank you all. So we'll go Joy, Elizabeth, Curley, and then Susan.
Hi ladies, my name is Joy Sanders. I live in Snellville, Georgia, which is in the Metro Atlanta area. I am an educator by trade, and originally from Chicago. My friendship goals are to foster some friendships that I've made with people in the last 2 months. I've met two really nice women that we are really getting the chance to know more about each other and things. But I know for myself, I'm an introvert, and it's hard for me sometimes to reach out. If you call me or if you text me, I can respond, but I won't necessarily call you, on the same kind of rotation. So I've actually put it into my calendar to call one of the two of them every other week, just to keep that friendship going, and thing to keep the lines of communication open. And I am the chapter director for the Atlanta chapter of Friendship Mixers. Friendship Mixers. All right, and hopefully we'll have some game nights, virtual game nights coming up soon. Thanks.
Hey everybody, I'm Elizabeth. I'm from Boston, and I am the leader for Moms United. It took a little hiatus because I got COVID, so I'm still dealing with COVID 7 weeks later. I'm hoping to start it up middle of this month, like the next couple of weeks. So I invite any moms, any stage, to come and share in the perils and the challenges and the triumphs of motherhood. And I am an early educator. Hoping to go back. Like I said, hoping to go back to work. It's been a long time. Can't wait to go back though. And as far as friendships are concerned, I guess just trying to foster more friendships, more women friendships in a positive angle. I'm in the process of networking with lots of moms on different platforms and different, social circles. So mostly moms though, that are needing that extra support, I consider the grandma now. So thanks a lot.
Some happy new year, everyone. My name is Curley. So Boston chapter, as you can see from my title, I'm excited to see some of the Boston ladies that are on here, Susan, Elizabeth, Joanne, and seeing some new faces. So welcome, and excited to be part of today's mixer. So I am in the Boston area. My career field is in human resources. And I am the chapter leader for Boston. So we do a lot of monthly events where we try to get together either in person or we try to do something on a virtual basis. I also co-host Moms United with Elizabeth as well. So hopefully you'll be able to see some of you guys there. And I just love friendship mixers. There's so much versatility that you could find, meeting different people. I have my prayer partner on here, Dee, so we meet every week. So it's just a great community of people. So I'm excited to be able to meet a lot more of you guys and welcome. And so my friendship goal is very similar to Joy's, really trying to be more intentional this year, where I put more effort into reaching out, connecting with people, staying in contact, so that I'm investing what I'm expecting from them. So giving back and making sure that I'm doing the same that I'm expecting of them to do for me. So thank you.
I'm next. I'm Susan. I live outside of Boston. I grew up in upstate New York, and along the path between here and there, I spent 3 years in Tokyo. Let's see, what else? I'm a writer editor. My friendship goal is to make 2 new friends this year. But along the way, it's been really great to be in the fitness meetups at noon, because I get to see another living, breathing human being live. And that's really helped to keep my spirits up, to say nothing of holding my feet to the fire in terms of exercising regularly. So that's me.
So thank you, Susan. Are there any more leaders that I've met that I missed? Where is my word today? Okay.
Well, I just got on.
Oh,
Sorry to be late.
So you can get the party started now. We were just going to have anybody else that would like to take this chance to introduce themselves. So you could just give us your name, what area you are calling from, and what was it? Oh, if you have any friendship goals for this year that you would like to share with us, and your line of work.
Okay.
And then anybody else that would like to go, sorry, Beth. Anybody else that would like to go after Beth, if you could just raise your hand and I'll call you.
All right, I'm Beth Parkhurst. I am calling in from the Boston area, and like Susan, I grew up in upstate New York. My friendship goal is to nurture and revive the many friendships I already have. They've kind of, what with COVID and everything, they've and my being bad at answering emails have kind of fallen a little bit by the wayside. I didn't have any goal until this meeting, and it suddenly popped into my head. So thank you. My line of work is I'm a retired college professor, and I got kind of bored being retired. So I now help out occasionally at a home for, it's a residential treatment center for children who are survivors of trauma.
Beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Anybody else that would like to take this opportunity to introduce yourself to us?
Virginia's raising her hand. Teresa has joined us too. Teresa, definitely introduce yourself. And Dee.
All right, awesome. So Virginia, Teresa, Amber, I see your hand. And Ina, oh, y'all giving it to me now. So let's remember that. Let's remember that. This is where I have to remember. So we're going to have Virginia, because everybody keeps moving now. Virginia, Teresa.
Okay, so do I go first?
Yes.
Okay, so my name is Virginia. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and I have, I guess, 3 things that I do for a living. So one is I teach in a university for women entrepreneurs. I also do consulting on the side for businesses on marketing, and I'm an author on personal development and transformation. And I think my personal goals, they have like different areas, obviously like, wellness and like personal growth. I'm sorry, but my kid is around. And having more friends, definitely it's on my list of meeting new people and like getting to, I guess, I have found it a little bit more, I guess, different to do online relationships. So I guess that's my new goal. Is like, how do you build that online relationship with somebody and it still feel that connection, you know? So that's one of my goals for this year. So thank you for being here and for listening.
Thank you, Virginia. Thank you for sharing.
I think
Okay.
it's my turn.
Yes.
It's my turn. Okay.
Yes.
Hi, everybody. Happy New Year. I am in Georgia, and what I do, I work for UC Santa Cruz, and I've been there for 5 years. As far as friendship goals for me, I would say I don't really have any. I need to make some. So I'm so grateful for this topic today. I think I do need to make friends, but I don't think I have the energy anymore to put into making the friends, because as you get older, it's hard to make friends. And so I found that trying to make friends as you get older, people are we're kind of more weary of each other. We look at each other with the side eye, you know? And so I just give up. I need to do better about that. So I just kind of let it go, but I don't have any. Maybe I need to make some goals, that is. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. We're going to have Dee, Amber, and then Andrea.
Happy New Year, you guys. I'm Dee. I'm from Baltimore. I live in Charlotte. I work in the field of education, testing. I really don't have any friendship goals except to nurture the friends that I already have, that I've already made last year, and the ones that I already have.
Okay, I think I'm next. I'm Amber. I live in Baltimore. I'm originally from Central Florida. Moved to Baltimore in July of last year, so relatively new here. And my field, I'm attached with a university and a training program there, research focused. And my friendship goals are to figure out how to have some sustainable friendships. Because what happened is, I think it was the internet or social media, but then everybody my age, they got boundaried up. And if you have too many strong boundaries, like people don't want to deal with you because like the bonds aren't deep no more. I know for me, so it got real confusing. So I'm trying to figure out people who want to like not have so many boundaries because it negatively impacts the friendship type of people, at least a few of them who are like that, which means you sacrifice for the friendship and keep it going. Yeah, even if you feel like you want to just block the whole world out. So that's where I'm at.
Thank you, Amber, for sharing. Andrea?
Hi, everyone. This is Andrea. Sorry, I'm not on camera. I've been running around all morning trying to find new tires for my car. So I'm not camera ready right now. But my name is Andrea. I live in Washington, D.C. I'm originally from Jamaica. For career, I'm currently working in cybersecurity, been in IT for over 15 years. Friendship goal for this year, hopefully to find a new BFF. I haven't had one for such a long time. My BFF, she moved away many years ago to another state, and you know, we still communicate, but it's not the same. So looking for someone that's trustworthy, selfless, dependable, and as someone mentioned before, the older we get, seems like it's much harder for us to find like you know, friends or find a BFF. So I'm having a hard time. I'm a nice person, but it's so hard to find that person, that BFF you can say, you know what, this is my BFF.
I understand. Thank you for sharing. Okay, we have 3 more. I have Anisha. I think it's Kai McCann. So sorry if I said it wrong, please correct me. And then Ina. So if I said these wrong, please correct me. In that order.
Okay, thank you, everyone. I'm Anisha from New Jersey. I'm originally from Trinidad. I am a customer service representative. For a friendship goal, I shared the same sentiments as Teresa, Amber, and Andrea. So I'm not going to repeat that. It would be nice to have a book club, regular chat to talk about anything serious or not serious. It would be nice to have meetups to attend like outdoor music events, hiking throughout the US. And to add a little bit more to the friendship thing, it would be nice to have long-term friendship with someone from similar backgrounds. So I don't have to explain why I like reggae and calypso music and why I like to eat dumplings and rice. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Anisha. Thank you.
Hello. Yeah, Kai was perfect
All right.
pronunciation. Thank you. I'm Kai. I grew up in Vermont and recently graduated about a year ago and moved to Boston, where I do cancer genetics research in a lab. And so I have encountered the experience of just moving away from Vermont and moving away from college and being a little at a loss of like friends close by. So a lot of the goal for me, especially in the summer where I did meet a lot of lovely people, it was easier then, but now with winter, with COVID, how can I foster those relationships and make them stronger? So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Hi, everybody. I am Ina. Can you all hear me fine? I got my AirPods.
Yes.
Okay. I'm Ina. I live in Chicago. I'm actually born and raised on the south side of Chicago. I'm currently a middle school administrator. And my friendship goals are this year really to develop at least one or two real deep connections with friends. I have a lot of, I would say, acquaintances and maybe surface level friendships, but definitely want to go deeper and connect with like-minded individuals. So looking forward to meeting everybody personally.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And Kiki, you're back now, right? Is she still here? Oh, I see her. Yay.
Yes, sorry, I lost internet for a minute. I want to give a special shout out to Ina because she is the first person to join this year. So she is
wow, welcome.
Members. Woohoo. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
So that was everybody. I think I missed one person. Sorry about that. If I lose internet again, just continue. I'll come right back in. Thank you, Danny. All right, so wonderful to hear your friendship goals. I know you have other goals, and Makina Stevens is our guest speaker today, even though she is not a guest. She is actually a member of Friendship Mixers. So she's one of our own, and I am going to introduce her, and then she is going to take it away and tell us how to become new this year and reach our goals and live the life that we would like to live. So let me tell you a little bit about Makeena. I'm going to read what she sent me as a bio, and I did post her bio as well. She is a woman of God who loves her family and her life. She's a chemist for the Department of Defense, and she enjoys both the sciences and cosmetics. She loves cosmetics, and she has attempted to blend the two, sciences and cosmetics, to launch her own cosmetic company in the Mid-Atlantic region. She's a fervent believer and continual witness in manifesting the life we desire, both in her life and the lives of those around her. I knew you were an exhorter. She's an exhorter, and she loves to inspire others to release their creative gifting. That is one of her greatest joys and her life's mission. Thank you for joining us and speaking to us today. Makeena, take it away. So glad to have you.
Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing? Can I get some woohoos out there?
Woohoo, woohoo, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. If you see me go in and out, because I have a new puppy, I'm a new puppy mom, so that's what I was dipping in and out. But I was so excited hearing everyone's goals for like building connections and just, for this year. So my desire for today, my mission is to empower all of us to like feelingly visualize the manifestations of things that we truly desire, whether it's friendships, whether it's things in our career, personal things in our life, things in our family, and also just things within ourselves. I have this saying, this motto that people who have been connected with me for years, they also say it now, and it's I have what I say, or we have what we say. And it is a profound statement, but it is a very true statement. And the reason why that statement is so true is because each one of us, we have been we have inside of us the DNA of God, right? So in this new year, if we talk about new year, new you, it's really not anything new. It's just activating it newly within us. There are things that, a lot of us been connected. Some of us come from backgrounds of Christianity or have strong belief systems. And so that's all we're going to pull on today. The new unveiling of who we are already and we were created to be, it's just already in us. And we're just going to introduce, ourselves to that person within us. Okay. My desire is really just to knock on the door of your spirit, your internal being, and wake up and remind you of what's been residing in you. And that's our powerful inheritance as women, that's been birthed with greatness. We may know it's been there, but sometimes we either minimize ourselves because of life or other people around us. But today we're going to get activated, right? Or we're going to learn how to activate others to walk in the fullness of this inheritance. So what is the DNA of God? It's really just the creative power that we have on the inside of us. Everyone was created with this, everyone. And if you remember the stories that we learned from Bible school when we were kids, talked about the creation of God, whether you believe in the Big Bang Theory or the creative power of God. One thing, as a scientist, I have the background from both, from my belief system in God and also creative powers that just reside in the universe. One thing I do know is something had to happen to cause something cataclysmic to explode and to launch out and create things. And that power is inside of us. So my belief system in God is that when he spoke things, when he spoke, let there be, there was light instantly, no delay, right? So that same creative power that God has is inside of us. And we have that same creative power. Everything that's designed, even the movies we go to see, it's an idea in someone's mind that they put down on paper. They write the vision out on paper and they sow that seed into other people. Other people buy into that seed, they receive that seed, that thing gets nurtured, it gets watered. And next thing you know, we see it manifest on the big screen. With that same creative power that a person who's like a director or producer has, we have that same creative power in our own personal lives. Everything was birthed from a word, whether it was a word here that was spoken out or written out, it was birthed from a word. God spoke, let it be. He spoke it, and whatever it was came into being. It was an imagination in his mind and a word that came out of his mouth. That same process that God did to create things, that same process, you have that same power to generate that same process in your own personal life. There's a scripture that I stand by. It's Job 22:28. If you get a chance to read it, to memorize it, so that when you come up against anything or you have a desire for anything, and I'm here to tell you, I have so many testimonies, not only in my life, but so many in other people's lives that I've worked with, that I went to school with, and that I've just met and just connected with and built relationships with. When they took this and ran with it, they actually saw the manifestations of everything that they, desired, the things, specific things that they desired. The one thing the scripture says in Job 22:28, it says, if you shall decide and decree a thing, it will be established for you, and the light of God's favor will shine upon your ways. And there's another scripture that I love in Hebrews 11:1, when it says, now faith is the substance of things, whatever that it is, hoped for, and the evidence of things not seen. It's literally the receipt. It's like what you can hold. And if I can get you all to just kind of close your eyes right now, I just want to do a quick demonstration of manifesting, actually feeling something that's not physically in the third realm, but it really, you can literally cause it, you can feel it. And I just want you to close your eyes. I want you to hold your hands out. And I just want you to get really quiet as you can. And I want you to imagine in your hand that you're holding an apple. And as you're holding this apple, I want you to imagine how it feels in your hand. What color is this apple? Do you smell this apple? Is it sweet? Do you smell the sweetness of it? And even in the quietness, I'm going to be quiet for just a minute. I just want you to hold your hand out. I just want you to imagine this apple being in your hand. See the apple, feel the apple. You didn't physically see it with your eye, but if you were able to like quiet down and just imagine it being there, you could feel the weight of it. How we manifest things. You actually see it as it already has happened. When I was, I'm a chemist for the Department of Defense. Before I got the job, I literally went to the place that I wanted to work at. I desired to work at this place. And I had another job and was working in another department in another city, but I had a desire for this particular position. I went to that place to visit it. I literally went to the cubicle area where all of the employees were because I wanted to physically see how even though I wasn't there in 3D, how I would look in that place, in that position, sitting in that seat, talking to those specific colleagues. You know, I didn't even know them, but I was going to get acquainted with the area. So what I did with the apple, I wanted you to get acquainted with how it felt with it, even though you didn't physically have an apple that you can pull from the refrigerator. I wanted you to see that you can literally feel it, see it, imagine it, smell it, like as if you were actually there, as if it was actually there. And so what I did, I began to see, to feel how it would be if I was at that place. And what happened a couple months later, and a position opened up. Now, there was no positions open at the time, but I kept saying, not that I was going to work at this place at DLA, I worked at this place. I began to speak it as if it was already, manifested. I began to say it so much so that I literally saw myself with everything with the agency's emblem. I started purchasing the things, and what happened, I accelerated the timeline, and within like 3 to 4 months, a position opened up. By the end of that year, I was working at the agency. When I tell you that when you can manifest something as simple as that, there is nothing that can stop the manifestation but our mouth, our words. Anything that we say, whether bad or good, it's definitely going to bear fruit because everything in this world was produced by words, right? Everything. When you notice how you feel when someone speaks something negative, like your whole energy, like it feels icky on the inside because words carry power. They carry weight, and it's a spiritual thing. Like words are very spiritual. And when we speak those things that we desire, no matter how we feel, like if there's a, you know, a disconnect, or there's a feeling like maybe, even if you get a doubt, it's okay. We get doubts because we're human, but let that doubt come, and then let that doubt go. I'm telling you, it works. I kept seeing it. Things were happening on my current job at that time, but I kept seeing myself at that next place. I see this, I want to encourage you, because even in the Bible, there was brothers that you all know of called Jacob and Esau. We always hear the story about how Jacob stole Esau's birthright and his blessing. But can I give you a twist to that? I want to say Jacob actually activated and manifested his desire. His desire, he wanted that birthright. So he showed up before his father, who was going blind, Isaac. And he told Isaac had asked Esau out to go and get something so that he could eat. And of course, Jacob's mother heard it and called Jacob and said, if you basically, to make it short, you want that blessing, this is your time. Here, I've made the soup, go and take this to your father and have him release the birthright blessing. When Jacob showed up, he put things on his body so that he could be hairy like Esau and he could smell like Esau. His voice did not sound like Esau. And his father, although he was blind, he was like, are you Esau? And Jacob said, I am Esau. Now, religious folks would say he lied, but Jacob was speaking what he desired. He wanted Esau's birthright. And I'm just telling you, no matter the principles stand. So he stood before his dad, and he caused his dad to see him as something that he physically in the 3D was not, but he wasn't deemed, he wasn't birthed as Esau, but he calls, even in the midst of him not being birthed as Esau, he calls his father to see him as Esau. And that's what we do into the atmosphere when we speak and decree. We cause the atmosphere to recognize whatever it is we desire as the truth, as our reality. And guess what? Isaac felt him. He smelled him because he smelled like he was from as a hunter. He smelled like a hunter. He felt like Esau hairy, but his voice didn't sound like it. And Isaac asked, "Are you sure you're Esau?" And Jacob was emphatically saying, "Yes, I am." So in that principle, I want to encourage you, even when there's doubt that comes from against something that you're believing God for, something that you desire, something that you desire to activate in your life, it's up to you to speak into that atmosphere and say, this is it. Whatever it is so. And to actually manifest it quicker, start speaking that thing in past tense. There's a scripture that says, speak those things that be not as though they were. As though they were means past tense. Speak it as if it happened. And that's exactly what I did for that job and that new agency. That's what I did for this house. For the other property that I was blessed to have, I spoke those things. And in the natural, I'm just going to be real. Could I've gotten it in the natural? Probably it would have been a struggle, but it was because of the power of God and the DNA of God inside of me that allowed me to see who I was. I had God's DNA. I had power in my words, so I had the power to speak and decree the thing that I desired to see manifest for me. I began to do it for people that I know, that other people that needed something to manifest, people that needed promotions. I got them activated. And I said, no matter what, we will speak whatever it is you desire. I don't care what comes against it. We're going to speak whatever it is that you desire. If it's a promotion, I don't care if the person that's making the decision is against you. We're going to speak and cause them to get in alignment with the path that is set for you. You spoke that was for you. And as a result, that person either got moved, whoever was a hindrance, and I have a lot of testimonies. That person actually got removed and they didn't get dismissed. They just got moved somewhere else. And pathways got clear for that other person. So, with Jacob and Esau, the pathway got clear. And if the truth be told, Esau by promise, by word, gave Jacob that birthright blessing. And I know a lot of people preach it differently, but I want to just have you see it from a different perspective. Jacob got that birthright blessing. Isaac released the blessing on him, and you already know the rest of the story. So I'm here, and I know I only had like 15 minutes. I hope I didn't go over the time, but I just want to empower you and encourage you, no matter what that it is, that thing is. Your faith, your words is the substance. Let it be the substance, the substance, the substance, just like the apple. You didn't have an apple physically, 3D apple in your hand, but if you felt it and saw it, the apple was as good as there. And there's more to it, but I don't have time to share to help activate it even deeper. But I just want to encourage each one of us. This is our year. This is our season. Whatever it is ours. I just want to encourage you to speak it. And if we want to hold each other accountable, we're going to hold each other accountable whenever something negative comes out of our mouth against whatever it is we're speaking. We're going to remind each other, no. And we're going to speak, remember Jacob and Esau. And if you get a chance, Job 22:28, try to memorize it to encourage you for your journey. Thank you so much, everyone, for giving me this time.
Awesome. Thank you, Makeena. Yeah, I never heard the story quite told from that perspective. Very interesting. Love it. Joyce Meyer, who is one of my favorite ministers, also did something on the words that you speak, and I'm going to put it in the chat. It's just a YouTube video, 10 minutes long, that she did. So anybody who wants to copy that link can watch it later. But great, this was a wonderful beginning to manifesting this year the desires of our hearts and the things that we want and need, and learning how to speak those things out loud and believe that they will come to us. Thank you so much, Makeena. Awesome job. We're so glad that you are a member of Friendship Mixers, and we look forward to having you come again and speak and share your testimonies with us in the future too. And I want to hear more about your company. Maybe for our entrepreneurs tribe, we'll have you come talk about how you developed your perfume. Is it a perfume?
It is. I'm starting out with the fragrance line, and I'm getting trained in so that I can take it to other lines of cosmetics. But so far, it's been fragrance. Yeah, fragrance.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to, before we close, because we will end at the top of the hour, we do want to make sure that you have an opportunity to actually meet one of the ladies here. So we always add in our one-on-one time with one another. So we have 24 ladies. So I'm going to open up the breakout rooms so that you will have just a couple of minutes with one other lady here. So let's see, I need to make 12 rooms. One of you will be with me. And you just have 5 minutes just to talk about whatever you want. Makeena's message to us about manifesting what we want, maybe some goals you have for 2022, or even how your holiday went. Whatever you want to talk about is fine. I'm going to open the rooms now, and you will have 4 minutes with this woman. You should see it now. Just click on it, and I will bring you all back in about 4 minutes. Let me set the timer, because last time I forgot. All right, let's see. Oh, Michelle, are you with me? Hi, Michelle. All right, let me pause the recording so that I can talk with Michelle. All right, everybody's coming back from their breakout room in a few seconds. Okay, that was 5 minutes. And I'm going to give the announcements. Hi. So everybody's coming back, but they'll be on mute. You can unmute yourself if you want to tell me how your breakout room was. Hopefully you connected with that person, had something in common besides being a female. Thank you all for joining. Okay, we're going to come back together and then we will close out. Hey, ladies, as you are coming in, how was your breakout room? Anybody have any real connections, anything in common with your person? I didn't assign you. It was random.
I had a great conversation with Titi. I'm forgetting how to pronounce her name. This is terrible.
That's okay.
Titi. Titi. Thank you, Titi. She's a very interesting lady. And one thing we talked about is I mentioned that I might talk to you, Kiki, about maybe starting a knitting tribe, and I could teach people to knit online. And
yes.
Titi thought that might be interesting. So we'll talk about that.
It. Yes, we are. Great point. We're always looking for more tribes as long as you will step up to lead it.
Sure,
great idea.
Sure. Yeah, I have taught people to knit
wonderful. Okay, we'll talk.
Okay, all right.
We will definitely talk about that. So we're going to close out. Oh, great. Someone's already in. I just wanted to, for those of you who came in after I did the announcements, I did want to just quickly repeat a couple of them. Hey, Margie, good to see you. Our next friendship mixer, the regular monthly mixer that's open to everybody, because the tribe meetings are open only to our official members, and you can join by going to friendshipmixers.com. But our regular monthly mixer that's open to all of you, our next one will be February 5th, which is the first Saturday of the month, as it should be. We're going to be talking about friendships with men, since February is the love month. And I have some interesting things to say about that topic. I know some of you don't have friendships with men for various reasons. So, and if you're married, we still want to hear on if you think a friendship with the opposite sex is possible. So we'll talk about that at our next mixer. We are having our happy hour on the 24th instead of the 17th because of MLK Day. We'll be talking about healthy eating, just getting tips from you guys on how you are making healthier choices with your diets or with your eating habits. And then we're having, so the single ladies were supposed to meet yesterday, and I had to move that because I had the revival with FBCG. TD Jakes. But we will be meeting single ladies to talk about the new year. So stay tuned for that new day. And that's one of our tribes, the single ladies tribe. We also have a married ladies tribe, but we need somebody to run that. All right, so book club meeting at the end of this month on the Sunday at noon to 1, but it's not one book, it's you sharing what books you're reading. And divorce care for ladies who are divorced or who are going through a divorce. That will be on the 29th, which is a Saturday, 9 a.m. to 11, 2 hours pretty much. And you can go to divorcecare.org for more information about that, because it's a specific curriculum that we follow. It's a 13-week class, covered everything that has to do with divorce, feelings of anger, finances, forgiveness, even reconciliation. So if you or someone you know has been through a divorce or is going through one, then please recommend Divorce Care to them. I think that is it. I hope you enjoyed our session today. Thank you again. Oh yeah, hey Regina. Thank you again, Makina Stevens, for sharing with us. It was fabulous. Thank you, ladies, and Happy New Year to you. Wonderful things are coming this year in 2022. And I'll see you at our next event. Thank you.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
the rest of your weekend.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good to see you all.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. I'll stop the recording. There we go.
Oops.